You are carrying too much weight, and it is slowly crushing you. I'm not talking about physical weight. I'm talking about the immense, invisible burden of things you have been taught you must care about. Every opinion on social media, every political outrage, every fluctuation of the stock market, every mood of your colleagues, every expectation from your family, every single thing that happens in a world you have absolutely no control over. We live in a culture that sells us a lie. The lie is that caring about everything is a virtue, that being emotionally invested in every drama, every injustice, and every possibility makes you a good, engaged person. But this is not virtue. It is a form of self-imposed slavery. Your attention is the most valuable currency you own, and you are giving it away for free to 1,000 different things that give you nothing back but anxiety and exhaustion. What if true power is not found in caring more, but in caring less? What if freedom is not about adding more to your life, but about ruthlessly subtracting the things that do not matter? The ancient Stoics understood this. They were not emotionless, they were strategic. They mastered the art of selective indifference. They understood that to build an unshakable inner life, you must first become a vigilant gatekeeper of your mind and learn to let go of the things that are not worth your energy. Today, we are not here to study history. We are here to learn the practical art of not caring. We will explore 7 disciplines for letting go of the unnecessary burdens that are weighing you down. This is your guide to building a mind that is light, free, and powerful. 1. The discipline of the inner scorecard, letting go of external opinions. The single heaviest weight most of us carry is the opinion of other people. We dress for their approval. We post for their likes. We bite our tongues to avoid their disapproval. We have effectively handed the scorecard of our lives to a jury of random, distracted, and often unqualified people. This is a recipe for a life of quiet desperation. The Stoic art of not caring begins with firing that jury. You must reclaim the scorecard and become your own sole judge. The problem: your sense of a good day is determined by whether you received praise, likes, or positive feedback. A single critical comment can ruin your entire week because it means you lost. The Stoic discipline: you must redefine what a win looks like. The new win is not external approval, it is internal integrity. Your new scorecard is based only on what you can control, your effort and your character. Did you do the work to the best of your ability? You won. Did you act with kindness and honesty, even when it was difficult? You won. Did you stay true to your own values, regardless of whether it was popular? You won. The mindset shift. When criticism comes, you no longer see it as a verdict on your worth. You see it as simple data. You can ask, is there anything useful here that can help me improve my process? If yes, you take the data and discard the emotion. If no, you discard the entire package. The opinion of others becomes a tool you can choose to use, not a weapon they can use against you. By grading yourself on your own internal metrics, you become immune to both the flattery and the criticism of the outside world. 2. The discipline of the open hand, letting go of control. The second heaviest weight we carry is the desperate need to control things we cannot control. We want to control our partner's moods, our children's choices, our company's success, and the outcome of every situation. This desire is the source of almost all of our anxiety. It's like trying to hold a handful of water. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it slips through your fingers. The Stoic art of not caring is the practice of opening your hand. It is the ruthless application of what is now famously called the dichotomy of control. The sorting process. In any situation, you must sort the elements into 2 distinct categories. Things I can control. My thoughts, my choices, my actions, my effort, my responses. Things I cannot control. Everything else. Literally everything else. The weather, the past, the future, other people's behavior. The vow. The discipline is to make a conscious vow to invest 100% of your energy and attention into the first list and to practice radical acceptance of the second list. Acceptance is not weakness. It is the strategic decision to stop wasting energy on battles you are guaranteed to lose. The application. When you feel anxiety rising, it is almost always because you are mentally wrestling with something from the second list. The practice is to notice this and then deliberately redirect your focus. Instead of worrying, "What if my presentation fails?" an outcome you cannot control, you redirect to, "What can I do right now to make my preparation as good as possible?" An action you can control. This practice doesn't eliminate problems, but it eliminates the anxiety that comes from fighting with reality. 3. The discipline of the present moment, letting go of the past and future. Most of our mental suffering is not caused by our present reality. It is caused by two ghosts that haunt our minds, the ghost of the past, filled with regrets and resentments, and the ghost of the future, filled with anxieties and what-ifs. We spend very little time in the only place where life actually happens, right now. The Stoics taught that the present moment is the only place where we have any real power. The past is a canceled check, the future is a promissory note. Only the present is cash in hand. The art of not caring is the art of letting go of these two ghosts. Letting go of the past. Holding on to a grudge or replaying a past mistake is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. It only harms you. The discipline is to treat the past as a library, not a living room. You can visit it to learn a lesson, but you must not live there. You must consciously decide that you will not allow past events to continue to steal the energy of your present moment. Letting go of the future. Anxiety is almost always a future-oriented fear. The discipline here is to bring your mind back from its catastrophic fantasies. When you find yourself worrying about a future event, ask yourself one simple question. Is there an action I can take right now to prepare for this? If there is, take that action. If there is not, then you must recognize that your worrying is completely unproductive. It is a form of mental self-harm that provides the illusion of control while actually achieving nothing. 4. The discipline of imperfection, letting go of the ideal. We carry a heavy burden of idealized images in our minds: the perfect relationship, the perfect career, the perfect body, the perfect frictionless life. We then compare our messy, complicated reality to these impossible ideals and find ourselves constantly falling short, leading to feelings of frustration and inadequacy. The Stoic art of not caring is the art of letting go of the demand for perfection. It is about embracing reality as it is, not as we wish it would be. The amor fati mindset. This is the Latin phrase for a love of one's fate. It doesn't mean you have to be happy when bad things happen. It means you accept every moment, the good, the bad, the ugly, as a necessary part of your journey. Instead of fighting it, you ask, "Since this has happened, how can I use it? What opportunity does this obstacle create?" The negative visualization practice. To appreciate what you have, you must regularly contemplate its loss. The Stoics would periodically take a moment to imagine that they had lost their job, their health, or their loved ones. This was not to be morbid, it was to reset their gratitude. By mentally rehearsing the loss of things, they learned to stop taking them for granted. This practice makes you incredibly resilient because you have already, in your mind, faced your worst fears. 5. The discipline of neutrality, letting go of automatic judgments. We don't see the world as it is, we see it as we are. We are constantly projecting our own judgments and labels onto neutral events. Event. It is raining. Judgment. This is terrible weather. My day is ruined. The rain itself is not good or bad. It is just water falling from the sky. It is our label of terrible that creates the suffering. The art of not caring is the discipline of stripping away these automatic, emotional judgments and seeing the world with neutral, objective eyes. The practice. When a frustrating event occurs, your task is to describe it to yourself in the most boring, factual, and objective language possible, as if you were a scientist reporting data. Instead of, "My boss shot down my great idea in a humiliating way." Try, During the meeting, I presented a proposal. After I spoke, my boss stated that we would be moving in a different direction. The effect. This practice of objective description drains the emotional poison out of an event. It separates the fact from the angry story you tell yourself. When you see the event with this clarity, you are free to choose a rational, strategic response instead of an emotional, reactive one. 6. The discipline of the other person's garden. Letting go of their business. A vast amount of our mental energy is wasted on things that are, quite simply, not our business. We worry about what other people are doing, what they are thinking, how they are living their lives, and whether they are making the right choices. The Stoics had a simple analogy for this. Imagine that everyone has their own garden to tend. Your only job is to tend to your own garden, your thoughts, your actions, your character. When you spend your time worrying about your neighbor's garden, whether they are watering their plants correctly, why they chose those flowers, you are neglecting your own. Your own garden becomes overrun with weeds. The practice. In any situation involving another person, you must ask, is this in my garden or theirs? Their opinion of you? Their garden. Their bad mood? Their garden. Their career choices? Their garden. How you respond to their opinion, mood, or choices? Your garden. The freedom. This discipline brings immense freedom and simplifies your life dramatically. You stop trying to be the unpaid manager of everyone else's life and redirect that massive amount of energy back to where it can actually make a difference, on improving yourself. 7. The discipline of the final act, letting go of life itself. This is the final and most powerful discipline. The Stoics practiced the art of memento mori. Remember that you must die. This was not to be dark or depressing. It was the ultimate tool for clarity and prioritization. The awareness that your time is finite and uncertain is the most powerful force for letting go of the trivial. When you truly internalize that you do not have unlimited time, the small stuff starts to look incredibly small. The practice. Start your day with a simple reflection. I do not know if I will be granted another day after this one. Therefore, how will I live today? The effect. This question acts as a powerful filter. Will you waste this precious, unrepeatable day holding on to a petty grudge? Will you spend it worrying about an insult from a stranger on the internet? Will you allow your fear of what other people think to stop you from pursuing something meaningful? The answer, in the face of your own mortality, is almost always a resounding no. This ultimate perspective is the key to not caring about the vast majority of things that cause us daily stress, and caring deeply about the very few things that truly matter. A practical exercise, the burden audit. This is an immediate, actionable exercise to begin the practice of letting go. The drill. Take a piece of paper or open a note on your phone. The instructions. List your burdens. For the next 10 minutes, write down every single thing you are currently worried, angry, or anxious about. Don't filter. It could be big, my career path, or small, that weird comment my friend made. Get it all out of your head. The let go triage. Now go through the list, one item at a time. For each item, you must make a choice and write one of 3 letters next to it. C. Control. This is something 100% within your control to act on. I. Influence. You can't control it, but you can influence it. L. Let go. This is something completely outside your control. The final act. For every item you marked with an L, perform a conscious act of release. Say out loud, "This is not mine to carry." Then, physically cross it off the list. The purpose. This audit is a conscious act of sorting your mental inventory. It forces you to see how much energy you are spending on burdens that do not belong to you. The physical act of crossing things off is a powerful signal to your brain that you are deliberately choosing to let them go. The art of not caring is not about apathy. It is about strategic focus. It is the disciplined refusal to waste your finite life force on things that do not matter and cannot be changed. Freedom is not found by adding more to your life, but by subtracting the non-essential. Every burden you choose to let go of makes you lighter, stronger, and more powerful. Your practice begins with a single act of letting go. Your challenge is to perform the burden audit just once. To commit to this first step toward mental freedom, go to the comments below and share one category of thing you are choosing to let go of. You don't need to be specific. Just write, "I am letting go of the past," or "I am letting go of other people's opinions." This is your declaration of independence. If this guide has provided you with a clear path forward, a like helps it find others who are also carrying too much. And to continue learning the art of building a strong and peaceful mind, consider subscribing. Thank you for being here. It's time to let go.